About the program here today, but we also have a special guest, and we'll let you introduce our special guest today.
Steve, I am so excited to have our special guest here today. Our guest today is Mayor Norm Archibald. Let me say a little bit about why I'm glad he is here today. Norm Archibald has been very supportive in the whole notion of helping me, and the message of New Self-Love certainly is something that our community needs. I had the opportunity to go today to hear his State of the City message today, and he is a visionary man. He's helping us to see how we can look into the future, how we can help this city get water, but he's also very concerned about the community. And I thought it would be absolutely perfect to have him on the show so we can allow him to talk with us about old self-love, new self-love, and maybe we can talk about the Oprah experience. Mayor, good to have you.
Tony, you have honored me by asking me to be on this show with you today, and I'm very honored to be here tonight. Ever since I've heard about your message of new self-love, I've realized how important that message is, not only in my life, but in the life of this whole community. And I keep thinking about all of the ways in which our community, if they applied these principles, it would change Abilene. Yes. It would change every city in America. It would make homes better, marriages better. You would have neighbor reaching out to neighbor. You would see a change that we all dream about and hope can come someday.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, Mayor, when I was doing the research in my doctoral thesis, one of the things that we found was that new self-love is the most important possession that a person can have. It affects everything in their lives. It affects their health. It affects their wealth. It affects their relationships. It affects their careers. And ultimately, it can make the difference in whether or not they even get to the kingdom of heaven. And so this notion of applying it to the community and having people in the community's lives change is exciting to me as well.
Well, today in the State of the City speech, I shared some of my time with the superintendent of schools, Dr. Heath Burns, and one of the things he did was talk about the value of our children. And new self-love is being evident in how children teach or are taught, and how they learn, and how they take pride in themselves, and how they want to succeed. Very similar to the story that you just told about yourself, about going back and finishing what you had failed to do.
Yes. And
that's the challenge that the schools have, but the community comes together. I think about all the people that want to reach out and make Abilene a better place. And for that, new self-love is part of that answer.
You know, you remind me of when I was in school, and I can recall so clearly, I knew that I had reading challenges, but as a teenager, I also knew that I was not going to get in front of a class with teenage girls in there and start to read because it would be so embarrassing. What I did not know, and I learned later with my research, was that I was gravitating toward the delinquent behavior, not because I was a bad kid. I was gravitating toward delinquent behavior because I wanted attention, I wanted value, and my value was being diminished because every time I began to read and I couldn't understand, or I couldn't express and articulate the words properly, I was afraid that they would laugh at me. So what did I do? I began to become delinquent in the classroom, until ultimately I was actually pushed out of the classroom because it was probably more healthy for the class for me to be out of school. And I obliged.
Well, you know, I think about in our community, teaching that concept of loving one another, loving your neighbor, really goes a long way in reaching the people that need our help. I'm so proud of the churches in this community that are reaching out and having a message for our young people, our older adults, families, marriages, children. This is a very family-oriented city, and I'm very grateful that the role that churches play all over this community. I'm also reminded of our not-for-profit organizations.
Yes.
The Big Brothers and Big Sisters, the Abilene Boys and Girls Club, the United Way. The list could go on and on. Hendrick Home for Children, and the list goes on as we talk about people who are reaching out and helping people in no matter what form they find themselves, what stages of life, problems and difficulties. And I'm always reminded of that song that we all sang as little children, "This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine." And there are people in this community all over letting their light shine. And they're telling about a new self-love like you've been talking about. I just believe if we keep doing this and get the message out, it'll change our community.
I think so, and I want to do everything I can to contribute to that and share this message wherever we can. I also don't want to give too much or move too fast. We want to take our time. We're going to have bits and pieces of information, but we have a group of teenagers who know their old self-love paradigms, which is their home base, if you will. And when they know that, it's amazing how they tend to value themselves more. They put more worth on themselves. They don't tend to do those negative sabotaging things. The more we can get that message out, like you said, in nonprofit organizations like the Boys and Girls Club and a number of others, I believe that that is the very core and center of how we can help change our community even more for the better.
You know, I think also about Big Brothers, Big Sisters, trying to put a mentor in someone's life. You know, the mentor is someone who has gone through life and experienced some things. Mm-hmm. They've been down the road.
Yes.
They've learned some things about old self-love.
Yes.
They've also learned some things about new self-love. They've experienced what it means to walk with the Lord. But I think about every time that someone who understands that is put with a young child, and you think, wow, what a great example, what a great mentor that means. And I know that a lot of people have been involved in that program, hundreds, and they have yet hundreds more children waiting around for someone to guide them. We need people out there guiding our young people every day.
That's what I appreciate about you, Mayor. You are a visionary. You could very easily be a minister. Have you ever thought about that?
Well, a long time ago, when I was a young Norm Archibald, I was involved in campus ministry.
Oh, I see.
That has helped define me as a young person. It allows me today to be an elder in my church. It allows me to be a Bible class teacher. It allows me to care about other people.
You seem to have a passion to do good things. And so that's important as well, too. You can see a passion. You can just see it in the mayor wanting to do good things. And he was talking about these Boys and Girls Clubs. You know, they're already doing good things in the community.
No question.
And doing a fantastic job. And so the information, I think, from here will also make a difference in the things that they're trying to do. The volunteers that are involved in that as well.
Yes. And, you know, we can actually train people with the skills to transfer this information into the lives of other people. And if we can help mentors, for example, to know and help a kid to know what their old self-love paradigm is, maybe they won't have to go through the painstaking measures that I had to go through to get to the point where I can begin to at least love myself.
And you see that in the community, and not necessarily in the community, but in the world, people have no hope. And they're losing hope quickly, you know. And what I see in God's Love Bank, it provides answers. It provides hope. And by doing that, then it gives them the key to go ahead and fulfill the purpose that God called them to do in the very first place.
I love what you always say, that notion about God's Love Bank. Why don't you say that?
The phrase, I just feel like God's Love Bank, no